friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Sheila, and if you're not new, hello, I'm so happy to have you here today as we check in with our June goals and our attending list for the month of June. So before we dive in, I just wanted to set the tone about how I've been feeling so far during this month and how I've been coming into goal setting, and that will kind of give you an idea when we actually look over and review my goals and habits for this month. So if you want to see how this month is going for me, if you need to check in on your goals, go grab your power sheets. Let's do this together and let's get started. So I must say that it's been a good month, but not a good month for goals, or I don't know, like May was a very like goal-oriented, goal-focused month, but now that we've switched into June, I'm just not like as excited and energized and focused on my goals, which is totally fine. And I think that's like a great example of, you know, balance and how not everything is always like focused and on and achieving. I think there are seasons and months in our lives where we need to be more present and just be and not really focus about the future and just, you know, play more. And I think as we're moving into summertime and all of that, we're kind of in that vibe. Let me know if you are feeling the same down below in the comments. We are also in a Mercury retrograde this entire month pretty much, I think until like June 26th or something, and it's just a time of reflecting and surrendering and letting go and not trying to force things, at least for me. And I've been really leaning into that and embodying that. All right, so as we check in, my encouraging words, which I haven't been like looking at all during this month, is I am self-motivated and full of energy. And I remember when I set this during my June goal setting video that I really wanted to focus on like my physical health and getting back into working out and just being more active, because I was coming out of a slumpy period where I physically felt low energy, bloated, super bloated, and just not my best. So I really wanted to hone in on exercise and just kind of make that be the priority of my month, which it is. Complete the workout challenge that I am doing this month is my main priority, and we'll get to that. But let's just first start with, let's just go through my goals, shall we? So my first goal, which seems to be my first goal every month, is YouTube related, which is just to post at least once a week, depending on how many weeks there are in whatever month it is, equals how many videos that I want to create. So for this month, I wanted to publish 5 YouTube videos, and so far I posted 2. It is currently June 18th, and it is the middle of June. It's actually past the middle of June. We're going into like the 4th and final-ish week of the month, and I've only posted 2 videos. I have not posted a video this week because I'm still trying to just, you know, honor my energy and creativity, and also like my posting schedule, which I haven't found like a balance with yet. I am posting once a week, like technically I'll post on like a Monday and then I won't post until the following Friday, which seems to be the pattern that I'm in, and that's working for me. So I appreciate all of you that have subscribed and are okay with me posting, you know, when I feel, you know, inspired and called to do it, because I never want to force myself to edit or film when I don't want to. I feel like I've been in a, I don't want to say a creative slump this month, but I've just been, again, focused on like my health and like my day job and just honoring my energy more, and also, you know, just being like tuned in to what feels good. And I haven't really created a lot of content or videos, at least for YouTube. I am back on Instagram and I've been posting some things over there, so if you're not already following me over there, go follow me at Sheila Joy Create. But yeah, that's enough of that. I think whenever I talk about YouTube, I really am able to kind of talk about how I'm doing like creatively and like my inspiration and motivation levels. It's been a rough week this week. I will get into that because it's been my period week, and that's kind of affected my energy levels and my creative levels. But I'm coming out of that. I'm dipping back up out of my menstrual cycle and having more energy, and I already have creative ideas. So I'm very excited to, you know, be past this phase of, you know, the menstrual cycle, being a menstruating person. All right, next goal is read 4 books. So here's the other place where I'm not doing so well. I haven't finished a book yet, and it's more than halfway through the month of June, and I think that is where I was starting to feel kind of like down on myself, like, oh, I should be reading more. And there were times where I had a lot of time, you know, like on the weekends or whatever, to devote to reading, and I've been choosing true crime documentaries over reading, and I am completely okay with that. I was telling my therapist yesterday that this exact conversation, that I've been just choosing to use my off time to watch TV and indulge in true crime, and that's been, you know, what's working for me and what I've been called to do, because I don't want to force myself to read either. I am currently reading, I think, 2 books at the moment, and I'm hoping to finish 1 book this week. Like, I definitely need to finish 1 book this week to at least get, you know, kind of on track with my goal. The other book I'm reading is very long. It's called A Sitting in St. James, and it is very long. It's a historical fiction about the antebellum South and living on a plantation, and you see both sides of the enslavers and the enslaved persons, and it's just a heavy book, and it's not something I'm going to get through very quickly. I'm going to be reading that all month long and probably into July, so I'm trying to read more mystery thriller books that are easier to get through and listening to audiobooks. So I am currently reading The Death of Mrs. Westaway by Ruth Ware, which I am enjoying. I like the whole like plot and the main character. Usually I don't really like Ruth Ware's main characters, or there's something I don't really, there's like one part, like bits and pieces of them that I don't really like, but this person, you know, she has her flaws, but I really, at the moment, in the current part of the story, I'm enjoying her character and really want to watch her kind of succeed. So I'm about halfway through that book, and I'm hoping to finish that this weekend so I can at least tick off 1 book for my monthly goal. So we'll see how that goes. Next is just my finance goal of paying an extra $500 on my car loan. I'm on track for that. I don't feel like I need to talk about that. I talk about that every single video, but I'm on track. It's going well. Next is read 1 book of the Bible. I'm reading Deuteronomy this month, and I'm halfway through. I think I'm more than halfway through. All right, let's talk about how my Chloe Ting workout challenge is going. So it is a 28-day challenge, and I would say the first 2 weeks went great. I was on track, but also I did skip a few days and move some days around to accommodate my schedule and my body, because after the first week, like, I was tired. I was sore. I was hurting. I definitely felt stronger and more energized, and it was really helping with, you know, coming out of May feeling like bloated and all of that. So that's been going really well. But now that we're in the 3rd week of June and I got my period this week, I haven't really worked out or done any of the work. I think I only worked out on Monday, and that's the only day that I've done the actual workout like schedule, and then the rest of the week I've just been taking time off. I did go on a walk yesterday, like a 45-minute walk, just to move my body and get outside, and it was really nice. So I'm still, you know, trying to be active but not doing an intense HIIT workout. I just can't do it on my period. And if you want to work out and feel like you're able to work out on your period, do you? I cannot. Like, I track my period. I feel like I need to do another video on this, like once I get all of my like thoughts together, and maybe pull some questions from you folks to kind of, you know, figure out what I can zone in on when I talk about this. But when it comes to like energy and like my cycle and everything, I've been tracking my period for a few years now, and I've noticed that my cycle does match up with the moon cycle sometime, but this cycle I got my period around the new moon, and I was so exhausted. Like, the fatigue was bad. I had terrible cramps for 2 days, and a new symptom was migraines. So I get headaches, or my head would hurt, but not to this degree of that I felt this cycle. So that was something new that I'm going to monitor, and if it returns in the next few cycles, that's something I need to look into and check out. And my last cycle, I got my period around the full moon, and I had so much energy. I was able to go into work this week. I, you know, worked from home and then actually took a sick day yesterday because it was just, I just could not. I could not. And so I'm like noticing those patterns too, which is really interesting. And I'm in this community called the Body and Biz Collective that's hosted by a wonderful person named Allie, and I will link her Instagram and the community down below if you want to join the community of like-minded creatives and business owners that are all in there to talk about periods and energy and syncing up our cycles with our life and businesses. And it's a great community. I love the resources in there and the conversations and everything. So I definitely want to talk about like period and syncing up my cycle with my life more. So let me know if you want to see that video, and if you have any specific period syncing energy level questions, drop them down below, because that will definitely help me actually create this video faster. So yeah, with that said, I'm just going to continue where I left off on the challenge. And if I don't know where I'm at. I think I'm on day 15 right now, and that might go into July, like to actually complete it, but I'm trying to just focus on where I left off and not get too caught up in like being within my like the calendar and all of that. So we're gonna just keep going. I don't want to trip myself up over perfectionism and hustle mentality and culture and all of that stuff. So going well. I feel a lot better doing that, and it's really fun, and I'm excited to do another challenge once I finish the current one that I'm doing. And my last goal is to repot my plants, which I have not done yet. I thought about doing it today. We'll see. It is a little bit hotter out today. I think that's been one of the reasons why I also just haven't felt like doing it. Plus, I'm kind of like confused on how to do it. I need to like look up a video, a tutorial, and figure out how to do it. So I think that's also been stopping me from doing it, because I'm stubborn and I've just never done it before, so it's scary. So if I just don't do that this month or ever, it's fine. Remember that you don't have to do whatever is on this piece of paper. Just do what feels good. All right, moving into our weekly action items. I've been struggling with practicing drawing. Haven't been in the mood to do it, and I did pull out all of my supplies yesterday because I wanted to at least put them in front of me, because if I look at my like sketch pad and my like colored pencils, maybe it'll inspire me to do it more. So I'm gonna try and work on it this weekend, but I have not done any of that actually in the last 3 weeks, which is kind of sad, because I know when you're trying to learn something and hone in on your craft, you need to do it consistently and practice over time to improve. And like with drawing, with anything really, like the more you practice, the better you get at it. And I need to get back on the wagon. Reading again, I've been struggling with reading. I haven't been reading that much the first 2 weeks of this month, and then this week, it was the mid-month mark of June. I was like, all right, I need to get my shit together. And I think the problem was I didn't have any books that I was excited to read, and I couldn't find any audiobooks, because I need at least one audiobook because I'm in the car so much driving to work. And I just decided to read Ruth Ware, and that's been going well because I enjoy her writing. They're quick to get through, and there was an audiobook and an actual ebook to read. So yeah, we'll get there. And the rest of my weekly action items: Bible study, date night, posting on Instagram once a week. Oh yeah, I remember that was a new one. That was a new one that we set together this month, and it's been going well. That's really part of my goal, to kind of like get back on social media with boundaries, of course, and just start sharing more of, you know, me and my life and my journey, and connect with you on there, because I've been kind of on a break and stepped away from it for a while, just for mental health, creative reasons, and it's been fun. I've been posting at least once a week. I think I'm gonna post something today, and you know, not pressuring myself and not trying to write the perfect caption, just trying to get something up and just showing up on there, which is going pretty well. In terms of habits, we're doing well. I feel like the areas where I'm struggling with is, of course, the workout challenge, because that's where you'll see the most gaps in my check marks. Water is going pretty well. I feel like there's always a day or two where I miss something, which is fine. And update my food tracker. So that's been a new addition to my habit tracker this month, because again, going back to the topic of feeling low energy and bloated, I really wanted to start tracking what I eat to kind of see, you know, patterns, or if I could identify what type of foods are making me feel icky. And I think when I started using the food tracker, I did some research on like what causes bloating and all of that, and I immediately knew what foods I needed to cut out of my diet, and have since removed them or cut down on eating them a lot, and I've been feeling a lot better, which is good. But yeah, overall habits are going well, and this month's going pretty well. Again, I'm just trying to focus on being present and rest and play and all of that. I think now that we're moving into the end of June into July, I'm focusing on relationships and connections and being social more. I'm seeing my family, and some friends are visiting, and that'll be kind of a theme as we move into July when we do our next month's tending list. And also our goal refresh is coming up, so get excited for that. But my battery is dying and I need to get off because I've been rambling. So let me know down below how your goals are going this month, and make sure to give this video a big like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!